You ready?
You ready, motherfucker?
You ready? Yes, ladies and gentlemen. I am your guy, Anthony Smith, and I'm sitting here with my guy.
Yo, P in the building.
Welcome to Chop It Up. If you are new to the show, this is season 2.
Season 2. We're on season 2 now, man.
Episode 1. P, we made it. We done made it through the trenches. You don't know how many people I've had conversations with about setting up a podcast, them going out, buying all their stuff, and doing 5 podcasts, and we ain't heard from them.
Right. They say that you only make it to 7.
Hey, 5 is looking real rough right now. I don't know if it's the pandemic that got them like rethinking life. Like this should be the time that you should really be putting in work on whatever your craft is.
No matter what it is, man.
If you don't come out of this on top, you weren't meant to do it. So if your side hustle didn't gain nothing while you was at home on the pandemic, and it don't have to do with dollars and cents, because I know a lot of people are going through hardships right now, and dollars and cents is something that they may not have, but you should have been able to link up with somebody on a Zoom call, FaceTime call, something to get some knowledge. Or you know what? Check us out on Chop It Up season 1, because we was dropping gems all over that thing. All over that thing. So if you guys are new to the video and photo area, man, we just dropping knowledge that we've gained over the past 5 years or so. You know what I mean? And it's come in abundance because there's 2 of us and we have 2 different shooting styles. So us being able to cross-reference each other on certain things has been amazing. But welcome to season 2. P, we did it once again. Yeah. Hey, we're getting these buttons down, baby.
We got some new
sounds.
We got some sounds. We definitely took a lot of feedback from season 1, and we wanted to go forward progress with season 2. First, begin like to thank everybody that supported us through season 1.
Shout out to Rafa out there, number 1 listener. He's still
our
the number one.
He's always gonna be our number 1.
Hey, Rafa, hey. Keep it up, man. We appreciate all the love. And for everybody else out there that we can't necessarily name, we know you guys are listening. We see you guys on the analytics on the back end, and we appreciate everybody. But Rafa has really been holding us down.
Right. That boy be on our head like, when the next episode at?
Yes.
Where y'all at? What y'all doing? Where y'all at?
Through the pandemic, we still working.
We still working.
Still grinding it out. And it's amazing what my guy P is over here able to do. Weaving and weaving and grooving and making it seem like ain't nothing changed, and a lot has changed. So that's just dedication and hard work by this man right here. Fat boy done laid on the couch couple out of 6 weeks. I got a week down, maybe a week and a half. You know what I mean? But I made stuff happen, and that's all that matters. You know what I mean? I'm not a hard worker like P. I just like equipment. This is really a hobby. I really be having fun with this. You know what I mean? But I enjoy doing it so much that it's a passion, you know what I mean? And it's just something that I love to do, and I love that my hobby can make my money back, you know what I mean? Because there's a lot of hobbies. You say you into muscle cars. My homie's into muscle cars at work, bro.
This dude spin like a motherfucker.
My bro is into muscle cars, and he'll drop $60K into an old school and sell it for 30. I don't understand that.
Sometimes it's just for the love, man.
It goes right into today's episode, you guys, and that is getting rid of old gear.
Yeah, getting rid of old gear and I think introducing the new.
Yeah. So for me, it's hard for me to get rid of anything. We've lightly touched on this on season 1, but it's just a problem I have. If you come over, you're gonna see the issues.
My man, just before we got on air, my man told me that he still has 3 pair of Timbs from high school. 3 pairs.
I'm not gonna say I'm old, but they old. You feel me? They done been around the block a couple times, and
come on, man.
You gotta let them go, bro.
They still fresh though. You know what I mean? The value in a sneaker is different than the value in what we use in these electronics.
From high school?
Yeah.
Bruh.
Yeah. Hey, when I pull them out and they look better than yours, and that yours is 4 years old, you know what that tells me? Them is your only Timbs. I'm just saying. I'm not trying to put nobody on Front Street. But they last for, you know what I mean? 18 plus years for a reason.
I was not expecting you to say that.
Step your game up, bruh. Don't be mad at me.
Bruh.
Yeah, step your game up, bruh.
There's something wrong with this guy, y'all.
Period.
But
Period.
no,
Y'all hear my ice? I'm in here. I'm sipping. You know what I do.
this guy ain't regular. But no, letting go of old equipment, man. I know that it's hard, man. It really is, because you get so comfortable, and usually you build some type of a bond with what you have, because
you better build a bond with it.
Right. If you elevating, man, that thing done got you through some stuff.
Yes. If you did not build a bond with it, you probably didn't need it.
Right, 100%.
Period. You probably didn't need it. It was a impulse buy, or you got your tax money, or you had a little bit of extra change, and it was something that you was looking at that you just bought. And I'm guilty of that 10 times over. Period. I am. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not gonna sit here and act like I'm better than anybody on Chop It Up.
He got stuff sitting in the Amazon cart right now.
You damn right. My Amazon cart stay full. I stay dreaming. I gotta dream big.
I stay dreaming.
Every night.
I'm telling you guys.
It used to be window shopping. No more. Windows is right here.
There's something wrong with this dude.
I don't window shop. I real shop.
But no, man, like when you have something that holds you down, man, you
cherish
start
it more.
and you start depending on it. You know what I mean? Just because you know the comforts of it, like you know where you can go with it. So it's always scary getting rid of something that you know like the back of your hand, because then you got to start over.
Yeah.
Even if it's the same brand that you're upgrading to.
It's still gonna be different corks. It's still gonna
everything.
The ISO levels are still gonna be a little different. Your aperture is still gonna be a little light, a little lower. You know what I mean? They can say all that stuff is the same, but when you compare the footage, there's gonna be differences, and you're gonna have to make adjustments, no matter if they're fine tuned or if they're large adjustments that you're gonna have to make.
Right, or they'll be named the same damn thing.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it's a trip, but I feel like that. You gotta watch the curve, but watch the curve and watch your pocket at the same time. Don't get yourself in no trouble. Watch the curve, because there's always new cameras that are coming out.
Oh, okay. You're saying like trend.
Yeah.
Okay. I got you.
And I don't even want to say that you need to stick with the trend, but when it comes to selling something, you need to be ahead of that trend or ahead of that curve. Period.
Yeah, because I think
if you're even on the borderline of like, okay, this is about to come out,
Right.
and NAMM comes every year like clockwork. All of these camera shows happen like clockwork, and you need to be ahead of that, because that's when these big, huge camera companies make their new announcements. And when an announcement's made, it doesn't even have to drop yet. But guess what just dropped? The value on the camera
100%.
that you was thinking about selling.
That's what I was about to chime in on. If you're looking at getting rid of your gear, it's gonna come to a point where you can either sell it for a really good value, or you can just understand that you're gonna take a huge L.
Yes.
Like with me, I'm still shooting on an old camera, but like I ain't found nothing that does what the camera does, so I don't care.
Yeah.
Like so, that's just
for me. My I don't want to say my pockets are deeper than what I'm trying to be right now.
Stop it.
But listen,
Hey.
I'm at the point to where I don't want to come in the studio and set up, chop it up all the time. I want to come in here, I want to flip on lights, and I want to hit record.
Yeah,
I don't want to have to go grab the camera. I don't want to have to tear down the light. I don't want to have to hook up the computer. I don't want to do all of that. You know what I mean? And if I'm in a position to be able to afford the luxury of keeping this camera set up over here, and then having another camera set up somewhere else, and then another camera that I'm using on actual video work or photography work, then what's wrong with that?
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Because that's at the end of the day, that's like
that's where you want to be.
Right. You get to applaud yourself for hustling that hard.
Thank you.
Because it comes from the hustle. That's one thing, If during this pandemic, if your hustle gear didn't kick in, you ain't got it.
You ain't got it.
You ain't got it, because there's been nothing but wide open opportunity. Not everywhere has been closed, and no matter what folks got to say, like the job that we do is essential, and you got to make sure that the folks that are out there that never stopped, because everybody didn't close, those are opportunities. So make sure, if you guys didn't jump on that and you haven't jumped on it yet, try to recover some of the lost time that you had. Don't worry about if you didn't work for 2 months. It's gone. Them 2 months is gone. You gonna cry about 2 months that you can't get back, or
Right.
you gonna fix something going forward. Those are the decisions that you have to make. Now it's just about you getting creative with what you have. But back to the subject.
And one thing before P gets into the subject is, if you can help somebody in times right now, you best believe they're going to be looking for you once their business gets back going in full strength. So this could be a time for you to make a whole bunch of new relationships with smaller companies, mom and pop shops, even large. Everybody's taking a hit right now. So you could just be DMing people like, hey, what video content can we put out? What imagery can we put out that can help your brand grow right now? I'm not worried about making anything off of this. I just love the brand that you have, whatever that brand may be, and make sure it's a passion of yours. Don't just do it for the sake of doing it. Make sure that you're going to have fun doing it, because if they don't call you back, you still want to have something that you went out there with the state of mind that you were having fun, you were learning something, and you were able to give back at the same time.
Right.
You know what I mean? But 9 times out of 10, bro, they're going to be the first people that think of when the video work comes in, when they need something, you're going to be the first person they come to.
I don't know how many, till this day, I don't know how many old favors have presented themselves as new blessings.
Period. And and blessings come in at the right time.
Yes, they do.
Every time.
I'm gonna tell you right now, there's been so many times that my bank account has been drained 1,000%, and I don't worry. I don't worry, because my faith is strong, and I'm trying to tell you.
Hello.
I'm trying to tell you, stuff happens that ain't supposed to happen, and it finds a way. So
You see the light over that boy head. You see the light. Look at it. Look at it. You see the light over that boy head. Stop playing, P. You see the light over that man's head. Knock it off.
So no, I'm just saying, whatever energy you put out there, man, I promise it comes back, regardless of what faith you guys believe in or anything like that. I'm just saying, I do believe in energy, and I bring that same energy to anything that I'm coming into. So I make sure that energy is present when I'm shooting. I make sure I take the energy home to my family. I make sure I bring that energy to my friends, and everything right,
Falls in place after
it
that.
all falls in place.
Period.
And the pandemic is an example of what do you do when something gets shooken up that's out of your control.
Yeah. And back on subject, right now is the time to sell. There's more people that are stuck at home right now that are trying to put out content or learn to put out content in all forms and fashions. It does not matter. There's so many people. There's so many YouTube channels that are starting up right now, and there's so many podcasts that are starting up. There's so much media that's going on a day-to-day basis, and people are starting to figure it out.
Yep.
They have the time because they're stuck at home. So all of the people that were thinking about it, that were kind of on the edge, guess what? They're now doing it.
It's up.
They're showing up,
right,
gloved up, zipped up,
right,
purchasing cameras. You should have seen the man that picked up what I sold yesterday. He was zipped up. It was insane.
And was telling me about how the dude came up in here with the he looked like he was working at the nuclear plant at the Simpsons. They got that
the
whole
full white jumpsuit. I'm talking about bruh socks wasn't even out. Bruh shoes wasn't even out. He had the whole onesie on, P.
He looked like he was about to have his baby, or what?
Yes.
Okay,
Hey,
so he had the little blue joints on the shoes.
P, did you see him? You was out there in the bush. You seen him. Listen, I'm telling you. He was not playing, and he checked every aspect of that camera. We was out there no live for 20 minutes, 30. I've never sold something via marketplace or let it go or nothing like that where somebody extensively looked at a piece of equipment that looked as good as that camera did. And I understand it. You know what I mean? There's no takebacks. There's no warranties. It's you look at it, you verify it, and then the funny thing was when he handed me the money, and I was,
oh, you was doing the same thing.
Man.
So you talking about him, and you over here making sure he ain't got no counterfeits. So how you going? You can't down
just because
that
he
man.
looked professional don't mean the big faces was professional. I had to check him out under the light, baby. Turn the high beams on. It got dark by the time you know what I mean? Hit the high beams on him, babe. I need to check this money.
Oh my
We
God.
checking bill for bill.
So after you know, whatever it is that you sell, you get rid of it. Now, my golden rule on once you get something
I'm
new.
sorry, I got to stop. I got to stop right here.
This guy again.
I'm dropping
Look
the
at
gym
this.
right
Look
now.
at
Hit.
Oh, come on, man.
I'm hitting him with a gym, P.
What's
so
up?
I'm still not 100%. There's so many crafty people that I'm still not sold on the PayPal, on the Cash App, on the Vimeo, or what's the other one called? The one starts with a V.
Zelle, Venmo,
Vimeo.
that's a channel, bro.
Yeah.
That's a competitor. We on YouTube.
Oh, come on, man.
Bruh.
Whatever. Y'all know what I'm talking about. So listen, he had to send me a partial through one of those. And the only one that hits the bank account directly is Zelle.
Yeah,
all the other
it
ones go to a
straight
third
there.
party,
Right,
right?
yep. Mm-hmm.
Oh, we gonna sit there until it transfers into my account.
Oh my God.
And whatever it costs, the little $6 that get it to go instant, you paying that.
And that's why he took 20 minutes to look at the damn camera.
Period. When he said I'm gonna send the extra 800 on Cash App, I was like, okay, cool.
Oh,
It's gonna cost me $8 to put it directly into my bank account when you send it. So send 808, please. Oh, y'all think I'm playing? Well, I gotta pay the 8 because you couldn't go to the bank. That's not my fault.
God.
And I need to make sure that it transfers because this is a cash deal, and I need to make sure I got all cash in hand. Period. Not playing no games.
I told y'all this guy ain't right.
All right,
man.
all right. Listen, y'all get hustled on one of them eBay scams or something else. I'm trying to tell y'all, make sure you get all your monies. Make sure you get all your monies, and it's all good. I'm gonna tell you how.
Here's another gem too. While you're selling your stuff, do not sell your stuff out of your damn house. I'm gonna repeat that. Do not sell your stuff out of your house.
Yes,
The last thing you want to do is put your family in risk for trying to get rid of a camera.
right.
You do not know
don't do
these
it.
people. These
Don't
are
do it.
strangers. You do not. I'm gonna say it again. Do not sell your stuff. Do not give them your location where you live.
Central location, and it's hard right now because everything's closed.
Shit,
You know what I
Walmart
mean?
ain't.
Walmart's not. Starbucks not. There's still people. Period. The
trying to tell
cameras.
you.
The cameras are still rolling, no matter if you meet them
Right.
outside of a Starbucks.
I'm trying to
because
tell you.
Starbucks does have the doors closed. The cameras are still rolling. Go somewhere that you can be lit up. Bright parking lots, all of that. You know what I mean? And if you if you got a tough looking homie, you know, he might not be hard, but if he look hard, take him with you.
Right. Just hey, we all got a friend that just got fresh out or looked like he was fresh in.
Yeah.
bring that brother with you.
Take somebody with you because it may you want to feel like everybody has a good heart the way that you have a good heart,
But they don't.
And there's so many crooked people that are out
don't,
there
man.
that are using these times and all times to come up. Their job is the come up, and you are the come up. So don't be a victim. Make sure you protect yourself when you get out there and you get on these social media sites because you don't know who's on the other end of that phone. It could be a woman's name, a woman's picture, and you show up and it's Bruce, and he talking about, you was talking about my wife.
Right.
She told me I was come pick up a camera. Give me all the stuff.
Right.
What you gonna do?
You
And
gonna
it's just
give-
you
right.
and Bruce. You gonna give it up.
Right.
He might not even have a gun. He might just be
I'm not even gonna risk it. I'm gonna just tell you right now. You run up
320.
you run up on me. I'm just going. I'm not even going. You know, I got a family to live for. We ain't even gonna go through it.
I'm not hard.
Right.
I'm not hard. I messed up. Hey,
we
players fuck up.
we ain't even gonna go through it. But that don't mean don't come over here and try me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying I'm not about the hassles. I already told you I know where my faith is at. I'm gonna be all right. But you know,
With that being said, and we joking about it, but it is a serious thing. Be safe.
serious.
Make sure you plan everything out and make sure you tell somebody. You know what I mean? If worst comes to worst and you decide that you're gonna go by yourself, send that meetup location. Send that information of who you want to go meet. Like all
Right.
of those little things matter. And it may feel like I'm not a 13-year-old girl going to meet some guy who's on blah, blah, blah predators. But anybody can be taken at any time.
I've heard
once they show
some folks getting got.
Man,
I've heard some folks been getting got, and
there's a YouTuber,
Right.
man, and I cannot think of his name, but he got for over like $12,000 of equipment 2 different times. Like, he didn't learn the first time, and he went on, made this whole post the first time that it happened, talked about it, and then got again.
Man, that sucks.
So the other thing, make sure your stuff is insured. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
if you're getting on a level that you're feeling like you're doing this professionally and you're going to take it from a hobby into something that you're really going to turn into a career level stuff is having your stuff insured. You know what I mean?
100%, yep.
And renter's insurance, homeowner insurance, car insurance is not always going to cover your gear because insurance is the biggest hustle in the world. And they're always looking for a way out of paying you for what your equipment was worth. And odds are, even if you do get a check, because something did happen, it's not going to be
not
the
gonna cover it.
value
Right.
of everything that you had. So make sure that you cover your butt in all aspects. And that's all we saying, you know?
That's it. I hope that saves somebody from getting
Yeah.
beat
Selling
up,
stuff
you
can
know?
be hard, but it's a lot harder when you go to sell something and get robbed.
Right. Ain't nobody trying to. Yeah.
You thought you was going to get
Right.
that new camera in the morning. You had it in the cart. Guess
Right.
what? It's still in the cart. You got a black eye and your camera gone.
Right.
And now you got to explain this to your girl. Your manhood's crushed. The gig you got on Saturday's canceled. It's a whole lot that goes behind. I'm sorry, P. I'm ranting. Go ahead, P. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Now, once the product is gone, man, like what I say is, you more than likely, I mean, if you're fortunate enough, you sold something and you still had something else at home. What I say when you get something, and this is my rule 1,000%, you put all the old stuff away and you marry the new stuff. It doesn't.
Yeah.
I don't care what it is. I don't care what you're doing. I don't care what you're shooting. I don't care what the occasion is. You marry it.
Yeah.
You marry it and you learn that mug. You get just as comfortable
Inside and out.
inside and out. And the only way to do that is to put yourself, you have to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. That's the only way that you are going to get better with that.
It's just something about the Shrek sound, nigga. It's just
That's
gems.
that Shrek.
I'm dropping them gems. Them gems. You feel me? We're gonna drop them all in here.
But no, we're not going to drag out about what you do once you get something new. But
Yeah.
that's just for me. That was just some extra
That
I
is
felt like you should.
That's a gym in itself. You know what I mean? You got to marry the equipment. You got to, and as much as I don't want to, it is the way that it has to be. And it feels like no matter, and especially if you're switching camera systems, as much as it is when you stay
That's
with
a whole
the
no-
same
that's a whole
brand,
nother
when
episode,
you
bro.
switch to a different camera system, y'all might get married, divorced, remarried. You know what I mean? Like,
That's
it's
how I
you're gonna go
feel.
through it. You're gonna go through it. You're gonna go through the ups and downs of all of that because everything changes. And just because the stat sheet said that it was a better camera,
Right.
you still knew that other camera way better. So the quality
Right.
and the things that you're able to pull may not, like, that's the problem I'm having right now. You know what I mean? Like, I'm literally loving my EOS R footage over my Red Gemini. How does that make sense? I ain't married the bitch yet. You know what I mean? I got a prenup with the Red. You know what I mean?
That red been kicking your ass. That's why.
Me and my computer. I feel like we both about to blow up.
Hey, I'm trying to tell y'all, man, we upgraded to some Reds and we found out that, most people don't do that. And they go to college and stuff for that. We've been
Why ain't nobody on YouTube talking about this, man? Come on.
we've been learning
You could get all the DSLR, all the mirrorless knowledge that you want, but when it comes to the cinema game,
it's a whole different game, man.
it's like a secret. It's a cult out there, and I'm trying to get in it. What's up?
But trust me, we
gonna figure it out.
we done made some fire off of it. But
Oh yeah.
You know?
But it's those sticky situations that we were talking about before. It's because I didn't marry it. It's because the Red didn't sign the prenup, and I was like, you know what? We're gonna have to hold off on this.
He didn't sign the
Sign the prenup. You know what I mean?
Oh,
We're gonna have to hold off on this.
I
You're
told
not
y'all
running
this.
off with all of my monies when this is over. You know what I mean?
There's something wrong with this man.
Sign the prenup, Red, and we could get on with the business. Just because you came in here high toting, you know what I mean, big titties, all that ass, don't mean you're not signing this
What
paperwork.
We still talking about a camera, right, bro?
You tell that V-Lock ain't ass? That V-Lock is ass, boy. This ain't no LP6. That V-Lock is ass. Better knock it off.
Dumps like a truck, huh? Isn't that what Cisco said?
Got a lot, wood. Better knock it off in here. You know what I mean? You know how we get down and chop it up. We ain't here having a good time with
we
y'all,
gonna
man.
Get up out of here.
I'm Anthony Smith,
Yo, P in the building.
and this is. She got ass though.
It's,
Hey. They got ass. Wildin' B.
you are retarded,
They
dude.
got cake.
What's something wrong with you, bro?